Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So today is going to be episode 155. And today I just want to talk to you about my scalping from the start of January until now. Alright, so as you guys know, most of my day trading is based around scalping, which means I enter into a position and I try to get out of that position once I'm up, anywhere from 10 to like 20%, 30% if it's really running. All right. There are your exceptional days where I'll let it run more, but generally that's what I try to go for. So starting in January, right? So today is the 12th, but I've only traded for a total of 5 days so far. All right. So my first trade was on the 2nd of January and it was on QQQ. It was an ODTE put. All right. So a 0 days to expire put. And on that one, I put up $200 and I ended up selling for $383. So right off the top, I made $183 on that trade. Second trade is going to be on the 3rd of January. All right. This one is a 0 days to expire option as well, but this one was a call. I put up 195, which means I spent 195 and I ended up selling for only 201. And the reason for that is right away I noticed the market started to act crazy. So I pretty much just set the option to sell once it got to a previous level, and I only end up making for that day $6 profit. All right. After that, I kind of got spooked and I just kind of like backed off because it was just going too crazy that day. All right. So on my third trade, this was on the 6th of January, and this was another 0 days to expire option, a call. On this one, I put up a total of $898. And I ended up selling for $1,132, which netted me a profit of $234. And then we go to the fourth one, which was on the 7th of January. And then we have another 0 days to expire. But this one was a put. In total for that day, I put up $1,434 and I ended up selling for $1,742, which netted me a profit of $308 for that day. And then the final one, which was on the 10th of January, which was this Friday that just passed, I did an ODTE put again. This time I put up $1,148 and I ended up making $1,579 on the sale. So my total profit for that day was $431, which roughly the total comes up to, I would say roughly like around 1,100 and change. I'll put the number up on the screen for you guys. But pretty much the strategy for this is just the same. It's going in, identifying a strong trend, and then trading the direction of that trend. Now, the reason I trade the 0 days to expire options is, yes, those options are a little bit risky, but if you have a solid trend, they're pretty much, pretty decent. The other thing about this is they're a lot cheaper. For example, let's say I was trading, I'll just give you an example. Let's say I was trading Tesla. A Tesla option that's in the money, you're talking probably a minimum of $1,500. Now, in this case, I'm trading QQQ, but QQQ does have a good amount of influence from Tesla, meaning there's a substantial amount of Tesla being held by the QQQ ETF. So when Tesla moves or Nvidia moves, you can also play this. All right. These options that expire the same day, they do exactly that. Now, you got to understand, when you are scalping these options, what you want to play are options that are in the money. So close options, they're a little bit more expensive. But if you're looking to scalp, I would say that's your safest bet. All right. If it starts to pull back, the decay is not as crazy. Now you can go with the far out options. You know, you have some of these options like are like 10, 12 bucks. Some are like 15, 20 bucks. You know, those are the cheaper ones. They're out of the money. And I've seen that. I've seen options that I've bought for like $11. And then within 2 hours, it went to $150 per option. So it can happen. However, the downside to that is if it goes left for even a couple of minutes, you could get wiped out. So you just got to be careful when you're trading zero DTE options. This is just what I do. You know, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do. But for me, I try to be very careful. I try to stick to options that are in the money. Unless there's like a super trend backed up by some really good news, then yes, I'll go with the far out options, and I've made money that way as well. So fingers crossed, you know, with God's blessing. So far, I started out the year good. No losses as yet, but I will continue to update you guys on this chart here, and I'll continue to log all my trades. I log my trades in a book as well, but I figured I would log it here on the spreadsheet and kind of make it easier for you guys to just understand. So if you want to do the same thing, all I'm doing here is I just record the date, and then I have another column for the ticker. I have one for the type. So meaning just the type of like option that I have. In this case, I would put like 0 DTE, and whether it's a put or a call. And then I have the buy amount, which is the total amount of money that I put up for that day. And then the sell amount is going to be the amount for what I sold for the day. And then you just subtract the two, and that's where you end at your profit. All right. But I hope you found this information useful, guys. If you did, please consider subscribing. I make new videos like this very often. Also, go ahead and like this video, but more importantly, share this video with a family member or a friend. If you're interested in trading alongside me in the winner's circle, there's going to be a link in the description. It's $9.99 a month. I post all my plays, and if I see a play that I'm looking to enter, I'll go ahead and post step by step the strategy to get into that play as well. Once I get into the play, I'll also show you guys a screenshot. All right. Thanks again for watching the video, guys. I do appreciate it. Y'all stay safe and have a blessed day. Peace.